Welcome Rainmakers to another installment of our tutorial videos on the new and improved Rainmaker platform. I'm Will DeWitt, the Director of Digital Solutions here at Rainmaker Digital Services, and I'm excited to be back with some more tips on how to get the most out of your platform experience. This video is all about how to create digital products, more specifically subscriptions and ebooks with our MemberPress integration. So if you stick with me, you're going to learn how to create a membership, a couple of ways that you can leverage a subscription on your website, how to add an ebook to MemberPress files, as well as how to make sure those ebooks are available to your members, and a little bit more along the way. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So let's start by creating a subscription membership. To go ahead and create one, the first thing that you'll need to do is head over to Conversion and then Memberships. Now, as you can see, I already have plenty in here that I've been playing around with, and we're going to use the intermediate membership. But if you do need to begin with a brand new membership, the Add New button is on the top. And it's real simple in terms of creating a subscription membership. Really, the only thing that you need to make sure that you do is underneath the membership terms to your right-hand side of the screen, depending on whatever the price may be for your membership, just make sure that you set the billing time to recurring. Because if it's one time, of course, that's a one-time payment. But right now, we're focusing on creating a subscription membership. So that's recurring, and you can have that be monthly, yearly, weekly, every quarter, every 6 months, and you can also do custom intervals as well. So really, it's anything that you need. It's right there for you to create any type of subscription membership that you need. And in terms of creating one, all you need to do is give it a title, and then underneath it as well, just make sure you set up everything that you'll need. And I've gone through this in a previous video as well, but setting up items from the permissions, the price box, etc., anything that you may need, like a cancellation product, that would be something that you should set up here at this stage. But really, to create something that's a subscription based, the only thing that I need to make sure you understand today is setting up those membership terms on the right side and ensuring that the billing type is recurring and the interval is exactly how you would like it set. You also may be wondering, how can I leverage a subscription membership inside of the Rainmaker platform? How do I get the most out of it? What are some ways that I can use this technology? I'm just going to list a few to kind of maybe spark some imagination, get your thoughts moving in the right direction. Some ways that I would propose utilizing subscription memberships in the Rainmaker platform. Number one, you can use that to have access to a course, both with the Rainmaker LMS as well as our new integration with LearnDash. So having a subscription-based model of members that pay monthly, weekly, whatever those terms are, to have access to any of your course material. Second, you can also perhaps have a private blog or a private podcast that people have access to only if they're a member of that specific membership. You can also use subscription-based access to give them access or add them to an email list, whether that be one where you send off broadcast emails utilizing our RSS feature. So anytime you set up a blog post or any other type of post type on our content on the site, you can send it out via email, as well as maybe an autoresponder, a drip sequence based off of that as well. And you can always time your drip sequence with your courses as well if you're looking for maybe a power move on the platform. Up next, you can also maybe give access to private materials like ebooks, videos, etc. And again, any combination of these and more. Just a lot of possibilities, but I did want to name some for you. And speaking of ebooks, we're going to kind of switch gears now, and I'm going to show you how you can sell an ebook utilizing MemberPress. All right, let's look at utilizing MemberPress to give your members premium access to, well, we'll call it multimedia, but for this video, we're going to go ahead and use a PDF. So first thing you need to do, let's go ahead and get that PDF inside. I got to this page by navigating over to Conversion, over to the Files tab as well. And I already have one created for the intermediate people. And let's go ahead and click Edit so I can show you what I did. It's very simple. Okay, so once you click Add a New File, it's really easy. The first thing that you'll need to do is give it a title. And then secondly, just drag and upload the file that you're looking to have available to your members. You go ahead and include it in the shortcode as well. And then from there, you're good to go. You can also categorize it and tag it, which if you're using multiple files, file types, maybe they're having different offerings for perhaps different memberships, I would advise categorizing, perhaps even tagging your files. That way when we get to our next step, which is creating files rules with the MemberPress rules section, you can maybe have some widespread actions for a grouping of files instead of having to do a rule for each individual file. But that's how you create one. I already did that one for this one for the PDF for intermediate members. Uploaded a PDF here, and I already had some rules set up, but I'm going to show you now how you can set up a rule in order to protect this file to only allow members of the membership to have access. Okay, so going back to the conversion tab, let's just head over to rules. And now that we're here, let's look at the rule that I set up for the PDF for the intermediate members here on my website. And as I'm only doing one, I just chose the protected content to be a single file. And then I started typing in the title of my file, and I was able to select it here. And once that's set up, you go ahead and work on the conditions. So for this one, it's the specific membership equals intermediate, and then you just save the rule. It's really that simple. And now only people who are intermediate members of my site are the only ones that can download this file. Okay, now that the file has been officially created, let's go back to files real quick. And there's a couple of options that you can do here. For me and the purposes of this video, I'm going to just copy the shortcode, which allows people to click on it and download, and we're going to add it to a special page. You can also just copy the file URL directly if you want to perhaps a direct link, or if you want to put the image of the PDF or the multimedia that you're selling, and then having the link tied to the image so they click that one to download. Probably looks better from a visibility standpoint, but for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to copy that shortcode, and I'm going to add it here to this page, which is called Your Files. And I'm going to make sure that page is updated. And then once the page is updated, a couple things to do here. I would go ahead and take the entire link real quick. So go ahead and we'll copy that link. And then we're going to go back to the original membership that we created. And now that we're here, we can go under Membership Access URL and paste that there. May not want that code in there though. Awesome. And then that would allow, whenever they go to their profile page, and I'll show you here towards the end of the video, they can click on this link, which will take them directly to the page with the download. So I'm going to update that membership. And then in the meantime, we're going to add a rule here to allow that page to also be only available to those intermediate members. So it was called Your Files. And then we do the same thing we did for the previous rule. Membership is intermediate, and then we'll go ahead and click save. You can also give this a more proper name if you want to have it organized a little bit differently, but for right now I'm going to go ahead and save this rule. Now that everything is set up here, the rule is saved, we can go ahead and check the profile page. So what I've done is I switched to one of my members that does have access to the intermediate level membership that we set up that has that PDF access. And in order to find that link, they're found either under the subscriptions or the payments tab here. So just by clicking subscriptions, they'll have a list of all their active subscriptions. And this one is intermediate, so you go ahead and click it. And based off of that link that we ported into the membership access URL inside of that membership, the files page, it automatically takes them to this page. And then as a member, I can go ahead and click this PDF, and then it will download. And again, maybe a link instead of the shortcode, and utilizing an image is a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit more design elegant. I just want to show you some of the bare bones here on the platform. But that's all I have to share for you today. I do hope that you found this information on subscriptions and ebooks with MemberPress to be valuable, informational, and exciting. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them at rainmakerdigital.com/contact, or head on over to rainmakerplatform.com to sign up for a free personal demo of the platform if you want to take a look for yourself and hop on the phone with someone on our team to learn more about how the platform can work for you. I'll be back soon with another video, but in the meantime, keep making it rain.